From the Kansas City Royals, a pitcher, Jeff Montgomery.
We have to come together, all of us in baseball, and I hope we will, to see if we can't deal with the serious problems.
I think one of the other things in this game in particular is a lot of the players who weren't here. Is there any consensus around baseball of maybe changing the selection process? Your Cecil fielders don't get in. I mean, there's always a complaint about somebody.
Well, there are a lot of very good first basemen in the leagues these days. I haven't heard any talk, and I was in the dugouts, and I didn't hear much about it.
If indeed there is, I'm going to badger you one more time on this. If indeed there is this alleged fax, would you consider resigning? Under what circumstances would you resign? They can't fire you.
Well, I don't think that's a subject. I don't intend to resign. I don't think the issue is going to come up. And I think we will come together and deal with our problems.
Think that's going to happen?
Yes.
You like being badgered in your own box?
I'm happy to be badgered. I'm used to it.
Hope you're enjoying the night. How many hot dogs tonight?
Just one. Just one.
I thought this was a 3-dog night for you anyway. Commissioner, always a pleasure.
Nice. Thanks, Pat.
Back to you guys.
Fay is okay, and you get diverse opinions. I think the thing I admire most about Fay Vincent, he is certainly not reluctant to make the difficult decision. It is a very difficult job when you're dealing with 26 and soon to be 28 owners and their egos, which are large, and you're not going to please everybody most of the time because there are diverse interests among baseball's ownership. He has put his foot down when he's felt it has been in the best interest of baseball. Whether you agree with the individual decisions or not is one thing, but he deserves credit for making it. Kruk with the base hit.
How many decisions, I think you have to ask yourself, how many decisions has he made that are wrong as far as the best interest of baseball are concerned? The most recent, the realignment, the Chicago Cubs and the St. Louis Cardinals going to the Western Division next year, along with the Colorado Rockies when expansion occurs, and then the Cincinnati Reds and the Atlanta Braves going to the East. That should have been done, it seems to me, 23 years ago. It's long overdue.
I would agree. The only mistake he's made in recent days, and he admitted it, was when he summoned Buck Showalter, Gene Michael, and Jack Lawn of the New York Yankees to his office a couple of hours before an afternoon game to talk about their testimony in the Steve Howe drug hearing. There is Buck Showalter.
And he apologized for that publicly.
But other than that, as you point out, clearly realignment is in the best interest of baseball. And in this case, it's the Chicago Cubs looking out for their own best interests, but somewhat selfishly, since it is in many ways not in the best interest of the overall game. Bip Roberts, the batter. Base hit. So a couple of former Padres are on. They're facing Jeff Montgomery of the Kansas City Royals here in the bottom of the 8th with the American League leading 13-1. There is Montgomery. It was pretty well acknowledged that Kevin Apier, a starter with 10 wins for Kansas City, would have been their selection, but he worked on Sunday for Hal McRae and therefore would not have been available in this game. Useless to bring him to San Diego. He's unable to work, so Montgomery, who is their closer and was worthy of consideration, is on the mound.
Not only worthy of consideration, but Tom Kelly says that he deserves to be on the team. Again, an example for an expanded roster.
Bip Roberts, after the base hit, asked for the ball. It's his first All-Star hit. He got the hit, and Rich Garcia got him the ball. Tom Pagnozzi with the pop-up in shallow right. It's handled by Ruben Sierra. Now Will Clark, who was called out on strikes in the 6th. And there's going to be a pitching change here. Rick Aguilera of the Minnesota Twins is coming into the ball game, and Jeff Montgomery departs.